Okay, good evening. It is 5:31, and I will call this meeting of the Local Agency Formation Commission to order. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll to establish a quorum and read the statements?
Yes. Commissioner Frost?
Here.
Commissioner Jones?
Here.
Commissioner Little?
Here.
Vice Chair Kaplan?
Here.
Commissioner Walton? And Chair Desmond.
Here.
You do have a quorum. Let the record reflect that Commissioner Carter and Walton are not present tonight. This meeting of the Sacramento Local Agency Formation Commission is live and recorded with closed captioning. It is cablecast on Metro Cable Channel 14, the local government affairs channel on the Comcast and DirecTV UVerse cable systems. It is also live streamed at metro14live.saccounty.gov. Today's meeting replays Friday, October 4th at 2 p.m. on Metro Cable Channel 14. Once posted, the recording of this meeting can be viewed on demand at youtube.com/Metro Cable 14. The Sacramento Local Agency Formation Commission fosters public engagement during the meeting and encourages public participation, civility, and use of courteous language. The board does not condone use of profanity, vulgar language, gestures, or other inappropriate behavior, including personal attacks or threats directed towards any meeting participant. Each speaker will be given 2 minutes to make a public comment and are limited to making one comment per agenda or off-agenda item. Please be mindful of the public comment procedures to avoid being interrupted or disconnected while making your comment. Please fill out a speaker request form and hand it to the clerk's staff. The chairperson will open public comments for each agenda and off-agenda item and direct the clerk to call the name of each speaker. When the clerk calls your name, please come to the podium and make your comment. If a speaker is unavailable to make a comment prior to the closing of public comments, the speaker waives their request to speak and the clerk will file the speaker record form in the record. The clerk will manage the timer and allow each speaker 2 minutes to make a comment. You may send written comments by email to boardclerk@saccounty.gov. Your comment will be routed to the board and filed in the record. If you need an accommodation pursuant to the Americans with Disabilities Act or for medical or other reasons, please see clerk staff for assistance or contact the clerk's office at 916-874-5451 or by email at boardclerk@saccounty.gov. Thank you in advance for your courtesy and understanding of the meeting procedures. This concludes your announcement.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Little, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Certainly.
Okay, thank you. Madam Clerk, please read our first item.
Our first item is public comment for off-agenda items, and we do not have any public comment at this time.
Okay, very good. That'll take us to our consent calendar.
Yes, this is to approve the consent calendar items 2 through 4.
Okay, are there any?
Here, I so move. Second, Frost.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Jones, a second by Commissioner Frost. Any comments or questions from commissioners? Seeing none, any public comment on the consent calendar?
We do not have any public comment on the consent calendar.
Okay, and please vote.
Go ahead, can you vote? Your motion passes and your vote is unanimous.
Okay, that'll take us to item 5.
Item 5 is consider and approve the out-of-agency service agreements with Sacramento Area Sewer District and the following parcels: A 3200 Leona Circle, B 3220 Leona Circle, and C 3280 Leona Circle.
Mr. Enriquez, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Chair. Your policy analyst, Christy Grabo, will give you a presentation.
I will, but can I ask for the presentation to be brought up if I can? Oh, there we go. Awesome. Now I can. Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Christy Grabo, Policy Analyst. As mentioned, this item is to consider out-of-agency service agreements with Sacramento Area Sewer District, or SAC Sewer, for 3 parcels on Leona Circle, which is located in the Natomas unincorporated area of the county. Apologies. Here's the aerial map of those locations. 3200 Leona Circle is the parcel located identified as A, B is 3220 Leona Circle, and C is 3280 Leona Circle. The Government Code Section 56133 prohibits public agencies from providing service outside of their boundaries unless they receive LAFCO approval to extend the services, and that's what we're here for tonight. A little background behind these requests is the Sacramento County Code has a minimum setback of 100 feet between the septic tank and a residential wall. A site plan that was provided to the Sacramento County Environmental Management Department, or EMD, confirmed that 3220 and 3280 Leona could not meet those setbacks. And those sites already currently have existing homes. And a geotechnical study was conducted for 3200 for Leona Circle. Another code section requires a minimum 2-acre lot size for homes with septic, and all three sites actually are less than 2 acres in size and range about 1 to 1 1/3 acre in size. EMD recommends that the public sewer connection for all three parcels. As mentioned earlier, Government Code requires LAFCO to approve these services with a contract, and in order for these contracts to be approved, there must be justification for extending the services based on a pending threat to health or safety of public or the residents in the affected area. The documentation that was provided to or from the applicants to the recommended approval letter from EMD appears to satisfy that requirement. And Sac Sewer is currently working with the applicants and have already drafted agreements, and those agreements will be going to the board of directors soon. So I know you three will be reviewing this later. Staff determined these agreements are designated as categorically exempt under CEQA. This exemption allows a limited number of structures to be developed on a legal parcel and not to exceed the density set within the jurisdiction's general plan and or zoning code. So with that, staff is recommending approval of the CEQA designation of categorical exemption and recommends authorizing Sacramento Area Sewer District Out-of-Service Agency agreements for these three parcels. And that concludes staff's presentation. We have 2 of the 3 property owners in the audience if you'd like to ask additional questions.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Christy. We'll start with Commissioner Kaplan.
Thank you, Chair. I am very familiar with this area. It is literally just outside my district. I live on the west side. So if you're on I-5 and you get off on Arena Boulevard and you go to the west side, that's where, depending on what street you're on, it's city and or county. Up on El Centro, parts of it it's city, parts of it's county. This is a developed area, have been developed empty land just across the street. I already know this agreement is with other neighbors. Some of your neighbors already have this, so there is nothing unusual. It is very consistent. I think it's a brilliant place to construct because they've got housing and literally it's a hop, skip, and a jump from downtown. So I am very supportive of this. This is also Councilmember officially Talamonte's area, but you know, nobody knows what boundary lines are, so I am supportive, and this is normal, and would hope that the rest of LAFCO would take staff's approval and approve this. So with that, I would make a motion.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Kaplan. We have a motion and a second by Commissioner Frost. Any public comment on this? I know the property owners are here if there are questions. Sounds like there are no questions from the commissioners. I did a question, Christy, do you know, I don't know if this had come up at SAC, I know it's coming up, going to be coming to Sac Sewer, but I can't remember, had this been discussed by Sac Sewer in the past, these specific parcels?
I know that these parcels have been talked, they have a person at Sac Sewer that they've been coordinating with that drafted the agreements, so they have discussed it. I don't think they've brought it to the board yet.
Oh, it hasn't come, okay.
Yeah, the discussion has been at the staff level. At the Sac Sewer, essentially, they're waiting for your approval before it goes to the board to actually sign the contracts.
Right, okay. Just curious if any that they'd had discussions about it prior to this coming formally, you know, as obviously Sac Sewer are always looking at areas that they could serve that make sense to be part of their service area. Okay, no public comment, no additional comments or questions from commissioners, so please vote.
Your motion passes and your vote is unanimous.
Okay, that brings us to item 6.
Item 6 is receive update from General Counsel on the Sacramento County reclassification of the LAFCO Executive Officer and provide direction.
Hi there, Commissioner. Deanne Gillick, General Counsel for the Commission. At last month's meeting, we discussed at length the current staffing relationship with the Sacramento County, and in particular, the Executive Officer classification. At that time, County DPS staff was here and discussed the process, and I know the Commission discussion was clear, asking the county to timely process a new classification for the Executive Officer. After last month's meeting, I followed up with a request to County DPS staff, asking, again, reiterating the request for the classification description, for asking for confirmation and information regarding a timeline, impressing upon the timeliness and the importance that this is done timely. In addition, I reiterated and advanced a request for discussion to investigate whether or not the executive officer position can become an at-will department head position. In response to that, I was directed to have that conversation regarding at-will status or department head with the county executive's office. And the county executive's office on their own set up a meeting with the executive officer Enriquez for next Monday. So we will, investigate that, have that discussion with the county executive's office regarding the feasibility and the procedure, if that it can occur, how that might occur. In the staff report, I provided the information provided from the DPS staff, which included the classification job description, as well as the timeline. I am hopeful that after last month's meeting, we have the commitment and attention of county staff, how important it is for this organization to move forward quickly, expediently, and to get the classification approved and a salary adjustment provided. I will continue to give updates. In November, we'll hear more and just confirm that that's moving forward, or whether or not there's been any concerns or issues. As far as the job classification, both the executive officer and I are of the opinion that the classification is probably fine. It's not ideal. We certainly, there's language in there that, in our opinion, could have been better. However, we don't see any glowing errors or problems with the classification. So with that, I'm open to answer questions or listen to the commission's discussion.
Well, I'll start. Thank you, Deanne. Appreciate it. You and I have had several discussions about this, and I have, after our last meeting, I can assure you the county is certainly paying more attention to this now, after hearing very, very clearly and unequivocally from the commission. I've had follow-up discussions with our county exec and with our deputy county executive over personnel services, and have made it clear that this is a priority for me, as well as the commission as a whole. I do think that, and I've had part of those discussions has been relating to the at-will and relating to maybe a longer-term discussion about independence by this commission. But I certainly don't want those discussions to sidetrack the immediate issue of reclassifying this now, to give this commission the flexibility that we all want with respect to our executive director. So I am committed to staying on top of it. I know Commissioner Frost is as well, and I think it'll be good to continue with those kind of regular updates. And Jose, I hope you and I can talk after your meeting with Mr. Fadal next week as well. Maybe you can touch base with Commissioner Frost and I. I think that would probably be helpful to have that follow-up conversation. So.
And I will express, your executive officer is you would like this to have already occurred. So
Yes.
Being timely and moving forward is very important, I think, for the commission, but in particular to the executive officer. And we all need to be mindful of that, and I think appreciate that.
Commissioner Jones.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you for the leadership from our chair, Rich Desmond, as well as Supervisor Frost, in being the point lead for this long-term challenge that's been with LAFCO. And I very much appreciate that finally, after really 2 decades, we're moving forward on this. So thank you very, very much for your leadership and direction.
Thank you. The county is like the Titanic. It does not move very quickly most of the time. So appreciate those comments. Any public comment on this item?
We do not have any public comment.
Okay. No action needed on this. So that will take us then to item number 8.
Item number 8 will be the questions and announcements from Executive Officer and Commission Council, Commission Chair, and Commissioners.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to give you a quick update on a couple items that are on the ASTRO sheet. The first one being that the period for the RFP close for the Florin County Water District has closed. We have received a couple of responses to the RFP. We're in the process of evaluating it. We hope to bring those to you in November for approval, so that the consultant can start the process of reviewing Florin at the beginning of the year. So there's that, and then also we met with Chief House at Sac Metro yesterday, actually, and key members of his staff to start the process of doing the MSR for Sac Metro. So hopefully we'll have an RFP drafted by the end of the year and start circulating at the beginning of the year. For that process, Chief House and his staff were very gracious. They were very gave up some time of their workday to meet with us, but it was a comprehensive department head level of all their different divisions. So we gave an overview of what basically what the MSR typically asks, so they can start collecting materials, kind of identifying some of the things that would be useful for the MSR. And we have a point person as of yesterday, right? Or this morning? The point person was designated this morning, or was it yesterday? Today, yeah. So we also have a point person as well as Sac Metro. So that one, I'm expecting the MSR to come back extremely clean, but it's a well-run organization. But it's Christy looked that up, and the last time they were reviewed was 2004. So it's been 20 years, and yeah. So the public deserves to have an updated report. So that concludes my report.
Okay, thank you, Jose. And it sure helps that they have an exceptional governing body at Sac Metro. And let's see here. Are there any comments from commissioners? Commissioner Jones.
Yeah, just a quick one. Yes, I understand that a lot of our members here will be traveling in the next couple weeks to multiple locations, and I wish everyone safe journey.
Thank you, Commissioner Jones. And what's that? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was talking to my colleague.
I would just like to bring up, I did go to a meeting co-hosted by Sac Suburban Water District and the Del Paso Manor Water District last week. It was another public community meeting to discuss potential merger between those two districts. And I just want to thank Jose and your staff for arming me with a good chronology of what got us from the grand jury report to today. It was very helpful. I think the meeting went very well. I mean, it was very well attended. I think there were about 100 people there, 80 to 100 people. So on a midweek evening, that's good. There's a lot of interest in this. So just wanted to throw that out there, and really appreciate your efforts to equip me with the information I needed for that.
And thank you for that. And a lot of kudos goes to your policy analyst, Desiree Fox. She prepared the chronology. I was on vacation, so I'm in slow, and I'm trying to coordinate that. But I also received feedback from both directors and both general managers, a couple of directors from both districts, as well as random members of the public, praising the analysis and the presentation that Desiree did on the fly at that meeting. So
at the first meeting.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Any comments from commissioners before we go back to item 7, which I skipped over? None. Okay. Well, let's go back to item 7, Madam Clerk, which I skipped.
Item 7 was actually Executive Officer Commission Counsel, and he's already done that.
So we covered it.
We covered
Okay.
it.
Just
We
want to
covered
make
it.
sure,
Yes.
because my vice chair here keeps me honest. Okay. Well, then we have no other public comment, no other comments from commissioners. It's 5:51, and we are adjourned.